it just sounds like heaven. No plugs, no cables. Tell us really how this will work.
And no batteries, Sally, too. So the way that it works, actually wireless power exists every day in very common household appliances, anything that has a transformer. So a transformer is really two coils of wire placed very close to each other, where the electricity actually does move for a very short distance. About 2.5 years ago, a professor at MIT figured out how to separate the coils in a transformer in such a way that you're able to transfer power safely and efficiently across much greater distances, which makes it possible now to power virtually anything that requires either a wire or a battery.
All right, so how soon are we going to be able to access this technology?
Well, it depends upon the application, but two of the most exciting areas that we've seen are at opposite ends of the power spectrum. So your cell phone. I know of virtually no one that doesn't have a cell phone that hasn't experienced their battery going low. So imagine, here's a sample. In the next, I would guess year to year and a half, you'll be able to buy a little clip-on that clips on just on top of your battery, so that when you walk into the room, if you're nearby the source of the electricity, which will be plugged in somewhere, it could charge in your purse, it could charge in your pocket, you might never have to think about plugging your cell phone in again. So that's at one end of the spectrum.
But how accessible will this be? Because, you know, you hear about you've got to be in a hot spot, you've got to be able to be in a position where you're receiving this energy. I mean, how accessible will it be to everybody?
Well, you always need to have a source of the electricity. So imagine that it could be installed in your office, it could be installed in your home. It can also do things like power your television set so that you can put these nice new flat screen TVs on the wall. Imagine if you don't have to have a cord going to it. Or if you look just a little bit further out, with the advent of electric vehicles, one of the great popular things of electric vehicles is how energy efficient they'll be. Who wants to plug them in? So imagine that you could just drive into your garage. There's a small mat that's plugged in underneath the car. You drive your car in, and your car will charge without you ever having to think about plugging it in. I'd say a year to a year and a half.
Very quickly, though, how expensive will it be, though? I mean, everybody wants to keep their energy bills to the minimum.
Exactly. It should not add appreciably to the cost of whatever appliance that you're having wirelessly powered. I think at the early days it may add 10 to 15% to the charging cost, the cost of the charging side, but it should not add appreciably. One of the things that on the cost side, though, that you mentioned, it's worth pointing out, we build in the world about 40 billion alkaline batteries every year. It is the most expensive form of electric power ever invented. It's on the order of 200 to 300 pounds per kilowatt hour. So to provide 1,000 watts via a battery-based system, disposable battery-based systems, you're talking about hundreds of pounds.
Okay, Eric, we're going to have to go, I'm sorry, otherwise we're going to run out of energy here ourselves. Thank you very much indeed for being on the programme and explaining all of that.